Hello, my name is Becky O'Donnell, and thank you for coming to the August 1st NISTY's gathering. I'll be doing the tri-fold tri-fold shutter card with the World of Good suite, pages 24, 25, and 26. There's lots to cover and assemble for our make and take, so let's get to it. Okay, here is the card that we'll be accomplishing today. The only difference between the two cards is the DSP. One is like a misty blue moonlight, and the other one is a little bit more of the cinnamon. So we will just pick one and start with one. The card set we'll be using is Beautiful World. There's the Thinlits. And the suite, they also have the Old World paper, the Fox suede trim, and the antique corners and slides. The antique corners and slides, there is 10 of the slides and 20 of the little corners in each pack. The other things I'll be using for this card is the scallop lace trim, the detailed bands for that center section. This is the band that goes around the center section. This shape, the oval with the center message, and the little green leaf that's behind the circle. We have the tasteful textured 3D folder and Star Designer elements. Also with the World of Good suite, there's beautiful paper. There's World of Good special designers papers. First, you get 2 sheets of the brass. It's just so shiny, it's so pretty. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12 sheets of designer series paper. They have a rustic and a soft aged look, and they're just beautiful. Great for men's cards, for graduation cards, for anything you'd like that's a little rustic or aged. Also with that suite is the World of Good Memories and More card pack. There's 50 card pieces and 4 sticker sheets. These are some of the card sheets that are on there. Some of them are all designer series paper. Some have messages, but they're all ready to be put together into cards or scrapbook pages. Now the Memories and More card stock, that Memories and More card pack, has got these pages in it. So what I've done is I've actually made quick cards with just using the pieces, cutting out messages. Within the card pack, there is little embellishments that are stickers that come off. Here's the little world, and it was actually colored with the light moonlight, misty moonlight. And I just colored a little darker along the sides and then brought the color in. Here is one with a message with one of the corners and the trim with the stars, and it's a gift card. But you can see how easy those are made. These are more done with the Memories and More gift card, but they're even advanced cards where there's an easel card, an easel book card, a tri-fold card to a degree, and this is another one that I'll be teaching shortly. It's a 3D pop-up card. Next are cards that are just stamped with the wonderful messages that are in there, the feathers, the little compass, and the Thinlits that make the world, and it cuts out so well with the stand. Also here is a small daisy punch, and this is actually the fold that Debbie Hill is going to be showing. And last but not least is a scrapbook page that I made for my son. So here is, again, the Memories and More card pack where there's the messages, there's a little message here, there's little stars or different things that go in them. There's the stamps from the World of Good suite and the thinlits. There's that little daisy punch again. This is even the swirl cutout from the World of Good from the thinlits. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. Now in here, there is 35 pieces to this card. So what we're going to do to start with, I'm going to have you pull out all your cardstock pieces. Okay, you can leave the gold, the embellished gold ones in there for right now, but all these cardstock pieces. Now what I've done is I've aged them. I've gone around them a little bit with soft suede, and I've actually layered these two, which is the world, and I've gone around those, but I've gone around each and every one of those pieces. Now I'm going to let you go around those pieces while I talk about how I started the base. And how we got the base is I took a piece of 10 by 5.5 and scored it at 2, 4, and 8. Then I took a second piece that's 2 1/4 by 5.5, and I scored it at 1/4 of an inch on this side. Now I took my adhesives and glued them together, and this is, you already have this, so this is already glued on there. So this is your extension for your 2, 4, 8, and 10 score, because this is not a, this would be a 12-inch finished piece of cardstock. So this is what we have at this point. We have our 12-inch, and we have it scored at 2, 4, 8, and 10. Now what I've done is I've taken my cutter and I've put the card base in the long way at 1.5 inches. Now, doesn't matter which way you put it in, whether you're up, whether you're down, but you're just going to put the whole thing at 1.5 inches. And I'm going to cut from one score, from the first score to the last score. And on your directions in the thing, it does have pictures where you're cutting from the first score to the last score, the first score to the last score. So we're going to turn this around and we're going to cut that from the first score to the last score again on both sides. Slide that in there. Okay. First, second. Okay, I'm going to pick this up because I only want to cut it from that first score to the second score. I'm not cutting all the way off your paper. So I'm cutting it so you have an opening here and an opening here. So this is what we have right now. And that is exactly what you have in your pack. So when you pull out your pack, you have this all ready for you. On here, it has where we cut from first score to second score, or first score to last score, sorry. And then we did a mountain, valley, mountain, valley. Now a mountain is up and a valley is down. So that's how we folded our cardstock, up, down, up, and down. Now we're going to start it so we have like a T, a sideways T on this side. And that's how we're going to start this. We're going to lay this right out like this. Now, if you've distressed some of your pieces, what we're going to do is we're going to bring those pieces back. Put this up, and we're going to lay them over in separate piles. I'm going to take out some of the rest. Now, here is, you have directions, and you do have an envelope. So that is a nice thing to have for afterwards. And the directions are also on the website. I'm going to pull out that last piece of cardstock that's in here. Maybe even my world piece there. So we're going to put all our circles we're going to put our center pieces, which are these long little ones that go in the center. We're going to take our long pieces here. These are the long pieces you have here. You have two of those. You have one that goes on the end. You have these few that are here in the center. You have this oddball piece, and then, like I said, I did layer the world and already just grunge that around, distress that around the edge. Okay, so we'll leave these over here. We'll start with these two pieces. Okay, we're going to adhere the DSP onto the cardstock. Okay, I'm going to bring my finished card back. Well, I can bring this one back. We'll bring that one back. So then we're going to take, and we have these two pieces here. I brought them down enough so you can see them. And these two pieces here. So we've layered these two. So now we're going to layer this one over to this way just a little bit. So where we're layering the very vanilla over to the left side, still in the center, but just over to the left a bit. Okay, so we have these two pieces here. These are our end two pieces. We're going to take and we're going to do the ribbons next. So you're going to take one piece of the ribbon and you're going to put the slide on it. The slide just slides on, and there's little lines, rough lines on the back, and that's to glue them on and have them adhere better. But there's a little nice little rectangle in there. So we're going to put that right on there, but we're going to get that ready by putting a piece of lace on it first. So, and I'm going to put the lace up here a little bit so you can see it on the dark. So this is my one with my slide. I'm going to pull this up so I can see it. And I'm going to put my tear and tape on my ribbon. I have my tear and tape right on my ribbon. Now I'm going to take this off. And you can use any kind of adhesive. I want the buckle on the bottom, so I'm going to put the lace on the right side of the tear and tape. Stretching that lace out a little bit. So I'm using my Teflon sheet here, so I can just lay it right down and then I can pick it right up. So then I've done the second one, and I've done that one with just the lace on it. So then I have my two that are ready to go on these strips. Now I'm going to take the one with the buckle, and I'm going to put it to the edge or to the side. I'm going to push that tape back just a little bit. It's not sticking out so much. And I'm going to put that right along that edge. And I'm going to adhere those to the back. To pick this one up off the floor. And I'm going to stick this one just on this side right here. So I get a little at the top, a little at the bottom, but it's still towards the left-hand side. So I have one towards the right and one towards the left. Pick up that Teflon sheet, move it over a little bit. Okay. Bring this down. And we're going to adhere these first two on. Okay, so this is our first panel. Right in the center of that first section. This is the second one. Now remember, we're doing it, so this is our T right here. Okay. Now we have the top and the bottom to the centers, which are these oblong pieces. That's cinnamon cider, and I distressed it with soft suede. I'm going to leave the cap right off of that. So keep using it. Put that right here. Now we're going to turn these over, and we're going to put glue on both. And we'll put one at the top and one at the bottom. That one's the bottom. This one's the top. Now we're taking our centerpiece, and we have 3 pieces, and by the magic of fast forward, I have actually stamped these. Missy let us stamp some of them ahead so we could actually get the video done in a timely manner, because there is so many pieces to this one to get together. But again, you can stamp whatever message you want on that. It's kind of important to get this one to the center, because after we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to actually take this, I'm going to take it to my side here and just put my glue on it. My Teflon. Wish I was better with a fine tip glue, but I'm not. And, oh goodness, okay. Now that I got the glue on that, I should have glued this one on first. So I laid that aside just for a second. It'll stay sticky for a second. Combo glue stays sticky forever. We'll put that right in the center. I'm going to put this right over top. Yes, because we made a bit of a mess with the glue. So we're just kind of going to put that over. I'm going to push this one over. Make our brass a little shiny again here. We don't want the glue to, that's better. Okay, that looks much nicer. Okay, now we'll glue this onto the second one. Right in the center. Glue this in our second section. There. There's our centerpiece. Now you do have this extra piece, and this one goes over here. Now this is your T, so you can glue that right up against that piece. because that one is staying flat. Okay, we're going to take this, the daisy that I have in there, and I just scrunched all of it. And what I did was I kind of curled all the petals. I have the first two glued together, and now I'm going to glue the third one together. Now to keep those up a little bit, sometimes what I do is I will take mini dimensionals, and I won't even pull them off. I will just put them underneath something to help hold it up. And what that does is it kind of holds my petals up. And I don't even have to pull off the adhesive. I really don't, because it's underneath. And who actually looks underneath a daisy petal? So we will put a little glue on the center of that. And stick that right down here. And see how that just kind of holds up those sides. Okay, so we have the two sides on, we have the top and the bottom on, the center, and we have the center piece on with our message in it and our belly band across. We have our daisy all set, all on the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to slightly close that up, because now we can put on our little curly cues and know exactly where they go, because they're going to go here and they're going to go here. Then we have our circle that we can put together and our globe. Now this is our globe. So we've put this, we're going to put a little glue right here and here and here. I want to put this glue on, put it over the side, and glue that on. Now I'm going to take, and I've put some large foam dots on here and a small one on here. And I've got that all ready to put on here when I'm ready. I'm going to take, and I'm going to turn these two over. This, by the miracle of cameras, we already have one redone. So you would stamp your message on there. So we're going to put some glue on here. Now you could actually glue this, pop this up. But when it's this close, when you pop it up, what happens, sometimes you lose the other layers because they are so close. Okay, so you have that center section right there, and this is the ink pad and the little feather coming out, and it's just scrunched all the way around. So now I'm going to put this here with that there. So I'm going to take this, and if I were to put foam on this, I might make it too low and stick it on here where it would hurt with my mechanism. So I'm going to actually put the pop dots or the dimensionals right on the base of the card. So we're going to pull those off. And I'm going to layer my globe with my thing. Maybe I want this down just a bit. I don't want it to go outside because I still want it to fit in my envelope. Put my globe on. Okay, now in here is my little squiggles. And my corner and my stars. So I'm going to take off one of my stars and I'm going to put it on my inkwell. I'll open this up and put a star in the center of my daisy. Okay, close this up. Now I gave everybody extra of this, so this little vine. You can put it anywhere you want, but you know not to go out too far here because then it wouldn't go in your envelope. So I'm just going to take this and put a little glue right there. I'm going to set this inside. Again, not going outside. And then on the back of this, there's little ridges on it. I don't know if you can see them because they're very, very small, but the ridges actually hold the glue. So we're going to glue a couple glue dots on there. There we go. And I'm going to pick that up, maybe. And I'm going to put that right in, maybe on that black piece. Because like I said, as long as it's black, it's right in there. I'm going to take a little bit of the glue, and I'm just going to pat it on the top of my swirl. And girl, again, the swirl is from the World of Good Sweet. It's just kind of a really nice swirl. And I would use this swirl probably at Christmas time or birthdays. It could be something for a celebration. But I really like some of the little add-ons they do in some of the pieces. So, and then I'm going to, again, get a little wild with the glue. So we're just going to wipe a little bit of that excess glue off to make that brass shine. There. So there's your card. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, you can always get a hold of me and let me know if you have any questions about this card or any of the other ones I've showed. Thank you very much and enjoy your day.